umbrella, set it on the floor right up here at the front, and go take your seat.
It broke.
That does not matter. What matters is us coming in here and getting class started. You're late, and like we've talked about, you're kind of making a scene. So find a seat. We need to get out 216. So that's a problem then. 216 was last night's homework. Right? We should always be bringing that packet with us to class, and we haven't checked homework in a hot minute, so I want to make sure that if we have any questions, we take those questions. So if you have yet to turn in 211 to 214, and no, you cannot come ask me, because I do not know who has turned them in or not. I have a stack of them. If you haven't turned those in, do it. If you have turned those in, all you need to do is get out 216. Now you should also have 215 like in your possession. Like you should still have it. You should not have turned in 215. Can I inquire why you're coloring when 216 is not out?
Oh.
That was a brilliant use of time.
I have a question about it.
Good. Guys, I should not have to walk around to get you to do what we have directly asked you. And we're having this issue with multiple students, so I'm not talking to any one person. But if you find yourself thinking, well, the teacher said this, but I'm just going to continue doing what I want for a couple minutes and then I'll decide to do what the teacher said, that's wrong. Join us or get out. Like, hate to say it so directly, but you chose to come to Phoenix. Either, like, be on the boat with us and, like, paddle, or bye-bye.
I have a question with,
Just a second, Brenda. Even if 216 isn't out, I do not care. I couldn't care less.
Pardon the interruption. Will Gazima Katerina please come to the Perry office? Thank you.
Now let me clarify. I care if it's not done by the time we take our next mastery. But I don't care if you were busy last night and didn't get it done. That's fine. What I care is that we look at it together, and whatever question Brenda's about to ask, you listen to and think about, because you will likely have that same question. Now, before we talk about 216, I do want to make a note about 217, which is tonight's homework, obviously. When you go to do, maybe I shouldn't show you mine. I'm going to cover this up with a Post-it real fast.
could you get one of the kids? One of ours.
When you are told in your homework that you need graph paper, Anna, you helped me figure this out yesterday. I now have, and I don't care that I'm showing you answers to tonight's homework, I have quarter sheets. Quarter sheets of graph paper that you can come grab. They're right to the right of the pencil sharpener. And they are only actually graph on one side. So they're a little bit thicker. They feel sort of like construction paper. But like they're perfect size to staple on your homework when you need just a little bit of graph space. Because somebody came to me yesterday and they said, do I really have to draw out all these squares? No, not if you use graph paper. Just done. One big square draws out all the little squares. So now, Brenda, you had a question, then I'll come to you, Jake.
Yeah. Words.
Words.
Right.
You are right. The right side's greater. Sorry, go ahead.
On 61, I
61.
didn't understand the wording in part C.
61 says, when Teddy filled up the tank on his moped, it cost him $5.03. How much gas did his moped need? So we're referencing back to the same price we've already been using. So if we know that he used $5.3 or $5.03 and the price of gas is $4.19, guys, this is a great example of units canceling out. Give me a second, I'm going to drag this down. So we, in this problem, started, like, you won't be able to figure out C if you haven't figured out the rest of it. But they start by telling us 12 gallons of gas costs $50.28. From there, we figure out the unit rate of $4.19 per gallon. If this was my answer, I would also write per gallon. So then in B, we use that $4.19 to figure out what 25 gallons would cost in like a big old truck. And then if you have an amount of dollars and you divide by dollars.
Good afternoon, Phoenix. Could we please have Megan Vargas to the office? Megan Vargas, please come to the office. Thank you.
Dollars will cancel out dollars. So your answer is definitely not in dollars. So what this is telling us is actually gallons, right? How much did he get? Well, dollars I spent divided by dollars per gallon. The only label left is gallon. It's the only other label used. Jake?
For tomorrow's homework, tonight's homework,
Yes.
to do on graph paper.
That question specifically says draw figures 4 and 5 on graph paper.
It says you can.
I know. So what I'm telling you is if you do it right here, you're going to be drawing like 25, 30, 35, 40, like some crate. That's fine. But I find it easier, and I don't care if I show you guys the answer, I find it easier to just draw it on graph paper. Right? Whatever. And back here, you can just draw lines. I'm not pointed at it right now. On the 71, you can just draw lines. Hey guys, legit, that is checking, can you use your calculator correctly? Get a calculator, do it in a calculator. I will not be proud of you if you come tell me you did it in your head. That's not what I'm checking. It's not some weird flex thing. What I'm trying to check is, can you use a calculator? I know, crazy. Welcome to advanced math. Brenda.
Also 68. That was weird.
68. Sorry, that's on tonight's homework. We will talk about that today in class.
Alright.
Which is why it was weird, because we haven't talked about it yet. So there's your answers to 62 if you need. I'm recording, so if you need to come back here and look at them again, you can. Our points here on the graph, remember, X comes first, Y comes second. So coordinate points are always the horizontal axis value, and then the vertical axis value. Yeah.
What about the D where it says very directly?
D, thank you for bringing that up. So if you do not remember your vocab, in 62D, you might want to highlight or oh, I can't move my camera that far. Sorry guys, trying to break my desk. Oh, I closed IPvo. Why would I do that? Underline very directly. It's the same thing as proportional relationship. To vary directly is like if I say I get 2 cookies for every 1 cookie Aiden gets. Right? I always just do 2 times whatever Aiden got and I get my amount of cookies and I get happy. However, if I always get 3 less cookies than Aiden or 3 more cookies than Aiden, that's not direct variation. That's actually indirect. We go up together, but I'm not a multiple of his. So, very directly, or if they say direct variation, that means proportional relationship. Alright, so this is like a mild change. This is like a mild change, but guys, here's why. I want to give you Friday to work. So Friday's our closure day, which will mean I take any questions from any of the chapter's homeworks, and we'll do closure problems with you if you want. So if you don't need to ask any questions from any of the rest of the chapter, it'll mainly be work time for you. Does that make sense? That does not mean put off your homework till Friday. Then, your homework... Yeah, if you would, that'd be great. I was about to get up and go do it. Say please. Somebody's going to tell somebody to do something. Over there, I wrote it. I apparently didn't type it up here. Homework will be due like, Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow, Friday. Whatever. Turn it in. Like, I don't like saying it's due on Monday, but you should be done with it by then. So if you can turn it in Monday, sweet. If you can't, Tuesday. If you can't, by then I'll probably be putting it in MAP and you'll need to talk to me. on the last, actually, on everything we've done so far, give me your eyes, because I need you to hear this, because at some point one of you is going to come to me and be mad at me. Everything up to this point, I have not attached effort grades to. Effort is only negative. If there's no effort grades, we assume positive. So if you've turned anything in late so far, you've gotten away for free because you haven't had a negative effort mark from me. Starting next week, I will be putting effort marks. So if you are not putting first name, last name on your paper, if you are not turning things in on time, if you are not completing the assignment or coming to get help, because guys, if you say, well, I couldn't do it, that's not a valid excuse. You have AO and extensions, and you can text us and call us and email us and everything else. It's not a valid excuse to say I couldn't do it. So next week, I'm going to start putting effort marks on things, which means if you do what you're supposed to do, you're fine. Why's your computer out, man? Thanks for the announcement. Because I remember one day you had it out and you weren't supposed to have it out, so I was trying to, like, deja vu that moment. Be like Colin, get your computer out. I like that you just dabbed.
No one dabs it.
I mean, Colin and I just did.
Disgusting people do that.
I heard that apparently the other day there was
My brother says he dab easily.
there was a joke about it being September. No, what was it? Yeah, September 10th, and they said 9 plus 10 equals 21. It was that whole... It was a Vine back in the day, and if you don't know it, you just make me feel old.
I don't know it.
That's fine, you just make me feel old. So, here's the deal. Here's the deal while you log in. We can come back to this problem if you want, but this problem is meant to annoy you. And I'm not in the business of, like, wasting time to annoy you and be tricky. Because this problem is intended for normal 8th graders taking Math 8. Now, you can read between the lines here. Normal 8th graders taking Math 8 might need longer to acquire the learning than 7th graders who are taking Math 8. So sometimes we, in our 7th grade Math 8 class, I think you guys can hear what I'm saying, move faster than what the textbook advises, because y'all can handle it, right? I'm trying to say something and also not say something else.
So we're smart? We're better than the 8th graders? Yeah!
Shh, I did not say any of those words that you just said.
We said them.
Thank you.
So, when you did 63, because we're skipping it, you would have had a ton of tiles on your desk and gotten frustrated at, like, what the heck? First off, my desk is angled, and that's annoying. Second off, this is too many tiles. So now we're going to start using technology to help out with these frustrating situations. So when you go to your ebook, so everybody go to CPM ebook.
I opened Hello I Eat for no reason.
Not homework help, ebook.
Oh.
Because I want to double check we will have ebook. You might be able to use homework help for it too, but we need the lesson. And the homework help doesn't have the lesson.
I just looked up ebook.
So CPM ebook. Green one.
Oh.
You're going to 2.1.7. Oh yeah, you guys only have access to one of them. And then, here in problem 64, you're looking for a student e-tool. From there, you're able to do everything I did up on the screen yesterday. Flip tiles, drag tiles, group tiles, delete tiles. You can also mess it up, like I did yesterday. Right, it doesn't flip automatically. 2.1.7, look at that left bar. Yeah, you can share off somebody else if you need. I don't think we have a loaner Chromebooks. Sure, you can. Although, like, you're going to want to look at somebody's computer to help them drag and simplify and isolate.
All that fun stuff.
2.1.7, yep. This, right at the end of problem 64, it says 64 e-tool. So here's your task at hand. You're going to go into the e-tool and working either on your own or with partners, you want to simplify the algebra mats as much as possible. So remember, we can do, well, here, let's random card. We haven't random carded anything yet today. Jordan, what's one thing we can do to get rid of tiles? Zero pairs. So removing a positive and a negative from the same part of the algebra mat. Amelia, what's another thing we could do? Actually, I should probably write these down.
Take away the same thing from each side.
So, same thing, different side, right? Same thing, different side.
Oh, yeah.
So, we said one technique is zero pairs. Another is remove same from both, right? Like same from both might be the easiest way to say it. And I forget if there was another.
It was the one where you take out one from one side and you go with that one.
Can't you add another? Oh, like bringing them up, like to the other side, and like.
Ooh, drag and flip. Drag and flip is something we did to help us out. That kind of leads to zero pairs.
Oh, I already did it.
That's fine. All right, dive into it. When you get 64 done, you can move on to 65. You do need to write down what you end up with. Okay? What you end up with in the left side and the right side once you've cleaned everything up and you think you've simplified it as much as possible. Remember, if you end up with different things, it doesn't mean someone's wrong. Yeah, remember, there are two different algebra mats. What's up? Alright. But it has to flip now. If you drag it across the line, remember it flips. Yeah, but now you've changed it. Because if you take two negatives away from here, you need to take two negatives away from here. So, just to clarify, because I've had a couple people ask already, guys, this point 2 or whatever you want to say, remove same from both, is like saying if I just get rid of a one tile from the right side, I gotta do the same thing on the left side. I gotta get rid of the one tile on the left side.
Does it have, if I do it on the left side of this one, do I have to do it on the right side of the top?
Do you mean positive, negative?
What I mean is if I get rid of something on the top of the left side, do I have to get rid of something on the top of the right side or the top?
So what is this number?
-1.
So I got rid of a -1. I need to get rid of a -1 over here. These are actually positive ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Who pointed out the trap door for us yesterday? I forget. Can we zero pair across?
So smart.
Jake, can we zero pair across? Like, can I zero pair these guys?
No.
Why?
Because it's
-1.
Because this is not what it looks like.
Your eyes deceive you.
Your eyes deceive you.
That's not what I was asking.
Okay.
I was asking if there's a positive one tile on the right, can you take it away from the -1 tile on the left?
So positive, I'm going to change color. Positive 1 on the right, you said take away.
And then a positive or a negative.
I can't take this because that's two different things, right? Because this was a positive. This is a negative. This looks like a positive, but if I drag it up, it's actually a negative. I don't think I have another positive one that I can take away. So I don't actually think I can do this, because I don't think I can do it over there. So I'm oh, that wiped everything away. Oh, I'm still learning.
That looks good.
I mean, it's fine. Anna.
Oh my! Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, it scared me.
I get scared very easily.
No. I'm gonna forward this video to your parents and ask them how easily you're scared. So yeah, for what it's worth, just gentle reminder. It's real easy to send parents YouTube videos and say, "Hey, check out class today. You might be interested in what happened." Maddie, tell me one thing I can do. Well, they're like, you got to tell me detailed here. Like, what do you mean? Which mat? What do you like?
You could take the ones on the bottom and flip them and put them on the top.
Okay, so that's not actually making zero pairs yet, but that's kind of preparation.
I have a question.
Yes, Jake?
Could you do like what 0 pairs on opposite sides? That's what I was saying.
We're gonna go through this and see what we see. All right, thank you, Maddie. Raven, give me one thing I can do.
0 pair.
Oh, so now group the 0. Oh, so essentially you're picking up where Maddie was telling me to go. So 0 pair, we got X 0 pair. A little hard to grab. There we go. Are there any more 0 pairs? No. There are over here. 0 pairs. 0 pair. If you stack them and you can remember that that's actually a 0, you can stack them because they look kind of funky. At this point, Connor, what can I do?
You can take away negative x from each side.
Yeah. At this point, Anna, what can I do?
You already know the answer. Well, if you really want, you can do like subtract 1 from each side, and then go to 0.
So wait, hold on. Anna said if I want, I can subtract 1.
But like add a negative 1 to the other side.
So wait, give me your eyes up here. Anna's dropping like a knowledge bomb on us. She said, if I grab a negative 1 and bring it in, we're going to bring it in. What the? Anna, you're going to bring tiles in. If I bring a negative 1 into each side, can I do the same thing on each side?
Yeah.
Now she's saying these can group, this can scoot, and
It's scooping.
-6 to 0. This is as cleaned up as this gets. Right? That is as clean as we can get here. Amazing. So guys,
That's 64.
it's not just taking tiles away. Sometimes we're bringing tiles in to then take tiles away. Try 65 if you haven't yet.
Wait, question.
Hold on, I'll come back to you. Like, I will literally walk back to you. I'm just going to put this on the board first. Now, the other thing we're going to do, though, to prep us, 5 more seconds on me, is we are then together, we're going to look at this little chart of what'd they say? Athena. So if you would like to follow Athena's advice, one of you at your group should be looking at this little table, and one of you should have this up and be doing what we're doing.
Okay.
Hold on, I got to go to Max first. Then I'll be back up, Jake. Were those the same number? Because this is +1, right? What is that actually? Drat. What's that actually? Maybe we should drag it up and look at what things actually are. You know what I mean? Maybe it would be easier to get everything to what it actually is first.
Oh, here are the maps.
So,
Yeah.
I went ahead, I'm gonna finish 265, but on this one, how do you get, what is the team at if you don't know the,
That's a good point. Did you do everything correctly?
yeah?
Okay. Well then maybe you're just stuck with like an X and a 1.
So would it be equal? Because you don't know the next.
If we get told that they're equal. Right now all we've done is like, okay, we cleaned up that, and now we can't really compare. So if they're equal, then sure, yeah, x is 1, but if they're not equal, we need to know what x is. Good point.
Wouldn't it be like greater than or equal to like that little?
Can be anything, right? Like anything can be anything until we get like things defined and like rules or whatever. I mean, on your homework, you're not writing it down. So right now, it's kind of up to you. If you really do feel confident or comfortable, but I'm going to try to combine both words together and say comfortable ident. Yeah, that's a word. Comfortable ident.
That sounds hard to say.
All right, there are some mathematical properties that I guess we should probably talk about. If you're looking at an ebook, you can scroll down. If you're looking at a real book, probably flip a page. So, one of these properties, I think this is a decent way to remember it, but everyone, you got to make up your own memory tricks. So when we look at the words associative property, do not be immature. We're talking about more than 3 letters here. What is the root word of associative? Associate. What does it mean to associate? And actually, this is kind of appropriate since you guys are talking about like the associates and the greasers and things and the outsiders. What's it mean to associate? Who can tell me? Raven?
The root word of associate is actually social, so it means like being in a group or like.
Yeah.
It means to be with other. It means to be with people or things.
I need to be with my people. I gotta find my like terms. So, the associative property. I can tell who's going to get this wrong on the next quiz because you're not paying attention. Says, I can change what I associate together. So, right now we have A plus B, which we would do first, and then plus C. But is it any different if I do B plus C first, and then do plus A? You guys know when you look at an addition and you're like, oh, well, those 2 numbers would be a lot easier to add first, and then I'll deal with that guy.
Yeah.
Does that change your answer?
No.
No.
Addition
So-
and multiplication, it doesn't matter the order of them.
Yeah, the
So-
next one.
What really makes this the associative property is we're defining it with parentheses. Now, here's the part where I'm going to hope you're a little bit mature. Yeah, we'll even do this. Ooh, I'll pause the video. We're gonna say a bad word. Sorry for the technical interruption there. There was some sort of glitch. I don't know what happened. Except before the glitch, I said we're gonna stop recording. So that was definitely a glitch. Next property.
Really had to be in class.
Next property is the giant one, but I'm not gonna make you use the giant one. What is your identity? It's who you are, right? So the identity property is saying, what can I do to not change you, right? I don't want to change who you are. I'm just here to like help educate you and teach you, but I don't want to change who you are. So what could I add to you and not change you? 0, right? If I add 0 to you, I don't change you. What could I multiply you by and not change you? 1. So the identity property says, if I add 0 or multiply by 1, nothing happens.
What do you divide by 1?
Then, the other property that you will need, but I don't think is up here unless I'm just getting lost on my scrolling.
You divide by 0.
No, because it's on your homework. So everyone look at look at your homework for tonight. Pull out 217. Again, I cannot believe I'm having to explain that during math class, whistling is inappropriate. I know who's doing it. I just really wish you would stop it. So, our first answer. Yeah, I'm doing your homework for you. Our first answer here applies the property we just talked about. It moves our butt cheeks, and it regroups who associates with who So this is our associative. You cannot abbreviate that short. You can abbreviate that short. You abbreviate with 3 letters, I'm giving it to your parents. The associative property of addition.
I want you so bad.
I do not care what you say or write outside of school, but this is math class. You alright, man? Or did you just have like a muscle spasm? So, commutative. What's the root word of commutative? No. I'm pointing at Patrick. Get all the way up to the tiv. Close. Guys, there's no N in commutative. People say this wrong all the time. It's commutative. Well, really, ative. I added an extra T in there. But guys, commute means to move, right? You're going to commute to your next class. So this, and actually some people came to me and they said nothing changed here. And your brain sometimes plays tricks on you. Guys, the X moves over to here, and the 8 moves over to there. They just swapped places. That is our commutative. And guys, you like literally here, you should write out the whole word because we haven't written it before. And it means to move. I would, and this is your homework. Yeah, like move numbers. So the associative property was move parentheses, right? The associative property said shake your booty. Or I mean, move your parentheses.
You're still recording, Mr. Hudson.
Oh, I know.
We have corrupt you. You're right.
Trust me, there's much worse things on my channel, I'm sure. Like when the fire alarm goes off and it used to be the really, really scary one, I'm sure there's probably a swear word recorded on there somewhere. Guys, you don't understand. The old fire alarm was like right here, like where I was. He was literally like right on top of me, and it was loud, like loud. And now the fire alarm's like, "Excuse me, would you please walk outside? Thank you." So then, so we were fine, and then someone ruined it, and now I got to do the thing again. Can we handle ourselves, or like, do we have to like establish classroom norms that involve like don't make animal noises? Guys, you're in 7th grade now, so some people started talking because we were like discussing math, but then you lost control and decided I'm going to make animal noises. That's inappropriate. You need to catch yourself, and you need to catch each other and help each other make appropriate choices. If somebody at your group starts doing something that you know is not appropriate, stop them before I have to stop them, because now we're wasting everyone's time. Because a couple people cannot handle their I don't even know, the noise you let come out of your mouth. I don't even know what to say. Sure, but I mean, like, it takes, you got to activate them, right? So, like, it takes something for your vocal cords to make noise. Here, between this step and this step, do the numbers change order? No, so it's not commutative. What does change? The parentheses. So it, again, is associative down here. And that finishes out that problem. We're going to move on to 218 real quick, because I know we can at least get a good start on that. Because we got like 5 minutes.
Our homework or the ebook?
Really, you're just probably gonna do it with me up here. At least I don't think. Actually, no. Keep out your packet.
So close our Chromebook.
Yeah, go ahead and close your Chromebook.
Goodbye, sweet angel. Sweet, sweet home,
Jake. If you look at 75, the thing on your packet that says examples from class, I know I need to clear this so you can see. We have essentially what we could build with algebra tiles, but we don't really want to because it's more efficient if we just do the math, right? Because efficiency, we want to do things kind of quickly and accurately. So imagine with me, imagine that you have 3 x's, 7 negative tiles, and that we get told is set equal. Ooh, now they've made it easier. Instead of saying compare these, you should write this down with me, whether it's on your packet paper or whether it's on graph paper. You'll probably need graph paper to do this problem to have enough space to write out work. This is 75A, by the way. 75, okay, come on, 75A. It's in your packet. It's a class problem. Like, we're going to do more of these tomorrow, but 75A. When we start algebraically, not algebra tiles, right, but algebraically, like the written down math, solving for x, the goal is isolate x. If we get to just one x, if we get x by itself, you know when you don't know how to act and your parents finally say, okay, you can't hang out with anyone, you're grounded, we essentially need to isolate x. Talk with your group about what we need to undo to get x by itself. What's up? The answer, I want the process. We gotta get the process here. No, you shouldn't need to. I'm not saying no, but you shouldn't need to. Well, the first question I'm going to ask is, can I remove 7 negative tiles from both sides? So can you explain it in the way of you could make 0 pairs if we bring in 7 positives? As long as you can explain it like that. Patrick, can we remove these 7 negative tiles?
Yes.
Wait.
No.
I can remove 7 negatives from over here?
Sorry, no. You can add 7 positives to the negative 7.
Wait. So I think I maybe agree with your first yes. You said we can remove these, but we're going to remove these by adding things? Y'all are like, yeah, Mr. Hudson, duh. So wait, so
being comedically sarcastic.
if we add in 7 positives, what do 7 negatives and 7 positives do?
0!
They make zeros.
He's gone!
Hey, calm it down a tiny scotch. We're just doing math. It's exciting, but it's only so exciting. So now we, oh wait, crap. I don't have 1x. Shoot, what do we still have? 3 x's. So then Bob's, what can I do here if I have 3 x's equal to 9?
Divided by 3.
You guys forgot who Bops is.
3x. You can divide 9 by 3.
So wait, I can't like take away 2. Can't I just like take away 2 x's from this side? Can I
No,
just...
because you don't know what x is.
Yeah, you do.
Because you won't be.
Stop. You're being rude.
You can't take away 2x because you don't know what x is, so you wouldn't be able to take it away from the other side.
Do I have x's over here?
No.
And if I do something on one side, I got to do it on the other side, right? But could I got some eyes not on me, and I really hope you know what you're doing. Could I split this side up in, like, if this was this side, quote unquote, could I split it into thirds? Yeah. I'd have an x and an x and an x, and then this side was 9, so if I split it into thirds, I'd have 3 and 3 and 3. So what we could write here is just divide by 3, if my smartboard wants to work.
Wait, and also, how would you write it out?
Our final answer is just x equal to 3.
I have a question.
You do not have to do my weird little picture thing here, but that helps us visualize. I can split 3 x's. I cannot subtract.
I did.
Hold on. You're fine. Just-
There you go.
I did mine a different way. Can I write it? Just to...
Absolutely, yeah. This is one. Well, hold on. Let me check it first. I don't want to confuse people. Let me see it. Did you just kind of reason through it? So I love arguing with students. Max, what did you do first?
So, I mean, I just did 2 plus 7.
So, stop right there. Hold on. You said you did 2 plus 7 first, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what did you do?
Oh.
And then what did you do?
Why do you have fractions?
And then what did you do?
Divided by 3.
You divided by 3, which can be written as a fraction, or could be written as this. But what did you get as your answer? We did the same thing. Mic drop. Goodbye. Have a great day.
Don't you drop your fancy pen. How dare you drop your fancy pen? It's sort of like a seesaw.
Sorry, Max. We did the same thing. What's up? What's up? Yep, absolutely. It's totally like that.
Why would you ever need to write it like
I
that?
mean, if you could, that would be sweet, but if there's a more convenient time, I mean, I'm not, like, saying it's gotta be tonight. It's just there's 2 appliances sitting in my garage that I would like to have be gone.